I read Death Comes to Pemberley by P.D. James, and she's a mystery writer. This is a takeoff of Pride and Prejudice that was written by Jane Austen, and she wrote 6 books altogether. This has all the same characters that Pride and Prejudice has: Darcy, Elizabeth, Mrs. Bennet, Lydia, Wickham, but there's a few changes. First of all, this picks up 6 years after Darcy and Elizabeth got together, and they have 2 sons. It's the eve of the annual ball at Pemberley that the Darcys like to throw. Anyways, Lydia's has been invited, and she's coming with her husband Wickham. And Darcy has no love for Wickham because Wickham is a scoundrel, and he ended up eloping with Lydia, and he did not do the proper thing when he should have married her, you know, properly. He just kind of took the easy way out. But something happens. When their carriage comes up to Pemberley, Lydia comes running out, and she starts screaming, saying that Wickham's been murdered because something happened to him in the carriage, and he went off with another person to see what was going on in the woods, and she thinks that he's been murdered and then he's not going to come back. Well, it turns out he hasn't been murdered, but somebody else has been murdered, and Wickham is the main suspect, thinking that he just killed the man because he was owed money. So the whole novel, basically, there's this it's like this whodunit mystery thing. Darcy's actually trying to clear Wickham because even though he knows that he doesn't like Wickham, he believes that he's truly innocent of the crime that they're accusing him of. There's a lot of suspense in this, and it is slow going, especially during the trial scene when Wickham goes on trial. Like when they cross-examine him, it goes on for like about a week, and that's kind of boring, like the whole time when they're talking to him. I personally really didn't care for this book. I like Jane Austen a lot better. I just didn't like how this ended, and I just didn't like how the characters were. Especially if you've read Pride and Prejudice, you probably know what I'm talking about, because it has a completely different style and type of writing. So I would give this 3 out of 5 stars. It's good, but it's not great. I would recommend it for college students because, you know, if they're especially studying English or something related to English, they probably would read books like this, who have, you know, styles that are similar but not quite like Jane Austen. But I could have seen different things in my head. Like I had imagery going through my head, like images of Elizabeth and of Wickham, and in the scene when, you know, Lydia runs out of the carriage screaming her head off, I could totally picture that in my head. But you know, this book is hard to follow in certain parts, and it as I said before, it is slow going. I don't think they should make a movie out of this. I feel like they should just stick to Jane Austen, because whenever Jane Austen wrote anything, that usually ended in a happy ending, like a marriage, a wedding, something got resolved, somebody came into a small fortune, and she wrote very nicely. For themes, I would say struggle, love, and peace. That's what I would honestly say. But yeah, if anyone wants to check this out, it's called Death Comes to Pemberley, and it's written by P.D. James, who is a mystery writer. Bye.